Yeah.
I don't want something else behind. Are you doing pork and heifer books? I gotta have it ready for my counters.
I know, I was in a really good rhythm, and then this last week, shit.
This is the girl that works really hard.
I hope she's not recording.
She is. I know how to cut things out.
Thanks, Mom.
Right now I am at my parents' house, and I am currently in my secretary state. I am doing bills and payroll 3 times a month. I think about 3 times a month I will do bills, and then twice a month I do payroll. You really don't know what bills are until you own a business, which thankfully this is my parents' business, so these bills are not mine, because I could not pay them. And since my dad is very old school, we do not do any online paying. All my bills, I literally pay online. I do not write any checks for myself, for my bills. Generational difference. I have to hand write stamps, addresses, send checks, all of that. I bridge the gap between computer and paper, because my dad is very paper, but the world is turning computer. So I have to do both. Like when I take care of cow books, I write every single number in books. And I told you, we milk about 1,200. That's just what we milk. I'm in charge of the heifer program, which is about another 900. So all those numbers are handwritten down. Also, I have to type each one of them into our computer program for the dairy. I don't know what is more time consuming, the actual secretary bookwork and paperwork of my job, or the actual outside shoveling shit, moving cows part of the job. And I really don't know which one I like more. Some days I'd much rather be outside dealing with cattle. Some days I'd rather be inside. This is Tarzan. He's fat. He likes to nap. And he likes neck scratches. Say hello, Tarz. He's a ring-tailed lemur from Madagascar. He probably wasn't born there, but he has distant cousins from there. And this is Chicho. And the dairy's up there. Chicho's keeping an eye on the cows. Everyone's happy when mommy's home. Okay, so I'm back at home, and I have mentioned before about how I'm in charge of cow records, like the book work, which goes into the dairy business. We keep track of every single cow, calf, heifer, bull, date, anything happens with any of them. And my dad is very old school. Look who's calling to bug me. Dad, I'll call you right back. My dad's very old school and likes everything handwritten. He doesn't want anything to do with computer and technology. That's where I come in, like this. This is preg check. These are all individual cows that my dad and the vet checked, and all of their remarks. These are 2 dry cow lists, cows that need to go to the dry pen. This little list is ID changes. When a heifer is born, she is assigned a number. When she goes from heifer to a cow, which is when they have their first baby, she's the same heifer, but now she's a cow, so we have an ID change. Not everybody does it. That's how our system is. That's how my dad has done his system. However, I take all of his handwritten paperwork and I enter it into a program specified for this. It's dairy comp, and it just keeps up with all the information, all the cattle. So that way that our dairy's nutritionist, breeder, everyone has access to all of it via computer, apps, all of that. My dad doesn't care about any of that. You could probably ask him a cow and he would tell you when she was born, what pen she's in, how much milk she gives, all of that. However, there are other people that work with and for the dairy that want this information. Like I said, our breeder, our veterinarian, our nutritionist who keeps up with all the different rations that each cow needs. And so they want access to that, and that's where I am the bridge gapper. I bridge the gap between immense amount of paperwork, handwritten by my dad, and into the computer. I mean, we've got lists of fresh cows, just all different notes for all different cows. And that is what I'm doing right now. So this is what is left of our old entrance. As you can tell, it was barbed wire and older wood. This is what Cody is finishing up. Our first entrance was basically just all overtaken by trees and bushes and weeds. Cody learned to weld, so he really wanted this to be one of his big first projects. I helped drive posts on each one of these individual. I did that with the skid steer. However, Cody has done all the rest. He's welded the top railings, he added this crosswire fence, he painted, well, he torched and then sealed each one of these pieces of wood. He installed the gate, and now we're just waiting on him to finish his corner piece. But he welded this piece so they'd fit in. I don't know the correct terminology, I just know the things he's done with it. So if you can see, here's the difference. First, second. And then he even welded this little stand for the box for the gate opener battery, which he connected and added on. Here's a solar panel, the hinge. That's the barn. That's the horse's pen. And there's our mini horse. Hey, you little shit. Yeah, you heard me. This is like the 5th morning we woke up and he's outside of his pen. We cannot find where he is escaping. So we have this big, beautiful peach tree full of peaches. The irony is, I don't like peaches. I do like peach cobbler, like the juices from the peaches, but not the actual peaches. Good thing is I have 4 donkeys who my husband calls trash pandas, meaning they eat everything. They love them. And then I've got plenty of family and friends who like peaches. I say friends lightly because I don't have many. Besides that, there's so many peaches and then they just end up on the ground. So I'm just gonna pick a couple and bring them on over to the donkeys. And if you're wondering, Kendra, if you don't like peaches, why do you have a peach tree? It was here the year before we bought the house. The people who built this house, they had the house in the place for about 1.5 years. And unfortunate events happened for them, which worked out for us. We bought the place, and after a few years we realized, oh shit, we've got fruit trees. So now I'm just going to utilize the fruit trees. You know how bad that sucks? Because these trees took forever to like grow, bloom. Oh, there's a bunch of beetles in here. That's who's eating the peaches. See, that's why I'm giving them to the donkeys. Off track. Anyways, you know how bad that sucks to have a whole fruit tree in your backyard, fresh fruit, and it be the one fruit you're not a fan of. Also apples. I don't like apples either. Or excuse me, bananas. I don't like bananas either. So at least we don't have a banana tree that's going to waste too. Ethel, you missed it. Don't bite my fingers off. Ethel, you got into a cactus. This is Ethel. This is Lucy. If you're ever feeding donkeys or horses, you always want to put your hands like this so they don't bite your fingers off. Fun fact, cows don't have top teeth, so you don't have to worry too much about that with them. And this is Maria and this is Juanita. And that's Ethel. He has little man syndrome. Lucy! Lucy! Be nice. He's a hard-working man. He's also cutting grass, and we have all this extra, and he really wants a lawn bag. And I don't think Tractor Supply has one right now. So my solution is to let out the trash pandas. Come on, girls. Here they come. All right, today's not an off day. You go to work. Yes, Maria, you can go. So I work on a dairy with 1,000+ cows. And then I have a zoo at home. Also, don't mind the front yard. We haven't had much luck. Literally, Minnie, there's grass everywhere else except for the front yard. And you guys have to eat what is not here. Come on, guys.
big stinky. Yeah. 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 Come on. Come on, little monkey. 1, 2, 3, up. Uh-oh. Okay. Mommy's coming. No, mommy's coming. Say, him.